Hey tankers, and welcome to another episode of World of Tanks with PR154. And today we are following a platoon of folks from the 101st Panzer clan. And they've got contrary to their name, they've got an all-French loadout here with two Batchatillon Bourrasques and two Batchat-12Ts. We're following StrikerCrystal2015, and he's in the Batchatillon Bourrasque, which we'll just call the Bourrasque for short, like everyone else does. Positioning looks good so far. He's headed towards... This is a really good starting position for light tanks where you can... you've got a little bit of soft cover and you can start blitzing a few rounds down range. The Bourrasque is not a light tank in the strictest sense. It certainly plays like one, but it doesn't benefit from that light tank mechanic where you maintain your full concealment value, whether you're stationary or moving. He's obviously been spotted somewhere along the way, and he's attracted a little bit of abuse from an enemy E75 TS from sort of elsewhere on the map. But remaining stationary, he has control of this position here. He's been able to light up the enemy VK-168, which I probably question why that vehicle would be going in this direction and not sort of contesting the 9 line, where it is probably in a better position to play to its strengths, but nonetheless. Batchatillon Bourrasque has some excellent firepower characteristics. Similarly to the Skoda T56 that we've featured on the channel recently, it has a 2-shot autoloader, and the question was asked when it came out, well, what the hell am I going to do with 2 shots? And as it turns out, quite a lot. You only have 2 seconds of intra reload, and you're doing 390 alpha damage per shot. So you're able to clip out 780 hit points of damage in 2 seconds flat. That has this amazing capability of either inflicting kills or damaging an enemy vehicle to the point that it is almost 1 or 2 shot killable to anything else that it might run into. So he's playing this a little bit cautiously. He knows the enemy Batchat Bourrasque is at the front. Slight low roll there, but he's fortunate enough to have landed a tracking shot and is now able to knock that Batchat 12T out. That accounts for pretty well the enemy's eyes at this point in time. Oh, they do have another Bourrasque, so that's a vehicle that's reasonably well known for its view range. I had a bit of a theory about the Bourrasques. I felt like they were perhaps there as a sort of sneaky ambush tank that might be countering the wheeled vehicle meta. You could sort of drive them in, they'd stay concealed, they'd stay motionless until an EBR crossed their path, and then they kind of have the clip potential to just send an EBR back to the garage if it happens to catch it. I'm not sure how that sort of works in practice, but we have seen quite a lot of these sorts of vehicles entering the game recently between Bourrasque, between Char Future 4. So that's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. I'm completely open-minded about being proven otherwise. So this is an excellent flanking maneuver here between StrikerCrystal and Greatest Boy, where they've managed to get both of their 780 clip damage potential into this particular fight. They've put the T54 down into 1-shot position, and has been able to be taken out by Greatest Boy. That just leaves the WZ-111-4, who's also in just a very dire hit point position. There were a couple of enemy vehicles that were playing it a little bit cool from the back here, but by the time they'd advanced, there was just way too much damage inflicted by the team that was riding the ridge here, and the excellent flanking maneuver here by Elite Blitz and StrikerCrystal2015. He has suffered a little bit of damage in this engagement though. He's down to 119 hit points, so basically a 1-shot for pretty much anything else on the enemy team. So he will have to play this game quite cautiously, but I mean that he's still obviously able to contribute to the fight. He's tracking manouevers. He's causing sort of full alpha damage to the enemy Char Future 4 there. and of course he continues to be backed up by his teammates Elite Blitz and Greatest Boy that are still in the game. Moving around, we sort of see what the clip of the Bachatillon Bourrasque can do, and it's just straight up shut down that Stridsvarn S1. It didn't have a lot left in the tank. There we go. The reload speed on this vehicle is not offensive either. It's only 21 seconds of reload. So you do have the flexibility there if you just want to loose a shot off, and then if you don't have any targets of opportunity, just hit the C key, and 21 seconds later you'll be back to full clip status. You'll be able to inflict another sort of 780 hit points on unsuspecting enemies. You'd be right. So back into the fight. It's still they do have a 2-gun advantage, but they're roughly even on hit points. But they just have this amazing ability to just deduct hit points with the Bourrasques in the game, and we can see there StrikerCrystal's just picked up his 4th kill of the game with the Bourrasque. It's down to 3 heavy tanks left in the game that have only been able to make modest gains through this sort of eastern flank. 50 TP goes back to the garage. Lerva goes back to the garage. That just leaves Blackwater in the VK4502A. Of course, the 2-shot auto-loader of the Bachat Bourrasque makes an incredible deficit in the VK's hit point position. Is he able to reload in time to land the killing shot? Not quite, but his teammate Greatest Boy and the other Bourrasque was able to land the final killing shot on the enemy team. So final score's 15-10. Let's take a look at the results. And that is a well-deserved victory for StrikerCrystal2015 of the 101st Panzer Clan. He's picked up an Ace Mastery badge for his efforts and the High Calibre Epic Medal, which he gets for accounting for at least 20% of the total hit points of his enemy team. And when you look at that gameplay, he was just everywhere. He was able to take on a lot of different enemy tanks, and you can see his effect on the battle here quite clearly. He's damaged 10 different enemy tanks. He sent 4 of them back to the garage, and in doing so he's picked up the fighter medal. But just with the 390 alpha of the main armament of the Bachatillon Bourrasque, the ability to do 780 hit points of damage per clip unleashed in about 2 seconds, and about 21 seconds to reload and do it all again. He's used this vehicle to absolute effectiveness. Looking at the team scores, both StrikerCrystal and Greatest Boy have come in the top 3, a well-deserved top by experience placement there for StrikerCrystal2015, and their platoon mate Elite Blitz in the Batchat 12T also in the mix there. Looking at the detailed report, he was not running a premium account at the time, but that does not seem to matter after a game like this. He's netted over 70,000 credits using this Tier 8 premium tank. So incredibly well done to StrikerCrystal2015 and the 101st Panzer Clan. And if you'd like to see one of your replays featured on World of Tanks with PR154, please give us a shout over Discord or any of the links below, and we'll do our best to sort you out. In the meantime, take care out there.